as her fucking daughter? Come on.
And I remember
I'd procreate with
this
that.
last couple years seeing girls wear the high-hipped bikinis now, like it's coming back.
Thank
and I
God.
was like, I am okay with this coming back.
I'm okay with that as well.
I also will admit that I'm okay with like the high-waisted jeans coming back too. It's a good look.
I don't like the high-waisted jeans too much.
See, but I didn't like the low-waisted.
You're in a single category.
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
jeans.
No, hear me out. Because if it's not the high-waisted jeans, it's the low-rise jeans. And what's a term you have not heard in a long time? I'll tell you what it is.
I'm anticipating it.
I'm going to tell you what it is. I'll tell you what it is. What's a term that we have not heard from girls or about girls in a long time?
Camel toe.
No. Well, no, we've heard that lots. No.
Moose knuckle.
No. What we have not heard in a long time is muffin top.
Oh, yeah.
The high-waisted jeans have come back and have eliminated muffin top.
So they're just hiding it from you.
That's fine. Because
Those are mom jeans.
Because once they're naked, I don't care.
I love it when the jeans go over the belly button.
No, that's
See, yeah, you're on the same page.
No, but check it out though.
You know, training spots,
dude,
you guys can spit in each other's.
I see girls all the time that wear those that actually have rockin' bods, and then they're wearing like halter tops, and it looks fucking good. But those same girls in the 2000s, you just have to understand.
If the tits
listen
cover
to
the
me.
pants, that's the biggest turn on to me.
Hear me out, you fucking idiots. Jesus. I went to school in the
I've got a point to make.
Okay, fuck off. I'm done. I'm good. No.
I just wish all the bitches
I'm good.
would lose some weight so they would.
I love being interrupted every second. It's my favorite thing.
Women of America.
You're right, I'm wrong.
Stop
Granny
eating
panties.
Twinkies.
The way to go.
No, this is what the show.
No, you're right, I'm wrong.
No, please explain.
No,
I'm done.
you don't get it.
No, I get it.
I went to school in the 2000s. It's the ugliest time period for clothing. Girls wore low-waisted pants right above their ass crack, and if you were 5 pounds overweight, you just look like a fat girl wearing low-waisted pants.
No, I remember that.
Now,
Spilling over.
I actually don't prefer a girl who's like 110 to 130. I actually like a girl with big hips and a big ass. But those girls don't look good in low-waisted 2000s jeans. They look bad. So they all got described as having muffin top. So for the longest time period between the year 1999 and 2007, those girls were described as being like fat, and they didn't make the bar. But as soon as you get them naked, though, it's just a girl with a nice big fat ass and nice big hips, which is what I fucking prefer.
Sounds like she should have dressed accordingly and not to fashion.
But they didn't have they didn't have them then. They had all. Come on, man! You
That's
go to
what
the
they stock
store.
the shelves with, man.
Yeah, you go to the store. You
It's
buy
like
what's
the
fucking
jeans that
there.
You can't buy, like I can't buy the jeans that I wore in 2000 now.
I still buy
I have to buy jeans with
I'm
like
still
weird
wearing
clothing
them.
hasn't
I'm still
changed.
wearing the
Yeah,
jeans
well,
I bought
fuck
in
you, man.
2000.
Fuck you, man.
The clothing we wear has not changed, though. That's the thing, guys.
Not these. I
No,
like
they
my
put
lady.
patterns on the pockets
Sure.
now, though.
Oh, that's awful. Well,
Yo,
actually,
no, I
that's
won't buy the shit with the
not
I
patterns.
stay
even
away
really
from
that.
those, but yeah.
That actually, they don't make that anymore. People, I don't
Are
know
they
where
away
they're
from that now?
Well, no, I just don't know where they're finding them. I mean, they're buying them
From
new,
TJ
but
Maxx.
it's still, yeah.
They
What
don't
I'm
sell them
saying
at
is
Costco,
they're in a warehouse
and I bought
somewhere.
my
What I'm
clothes at
saying is,
Costco.
though, maybe not the
These are gonna
highest,
be hot.
maybe not the highest waisted jeans, but I'm saying like now that girls are able to buy a little higher waisted jeans that actually cover up some of their stomach.
So what if they have the high-waisted jeans and their thong still goes over the edge of the top of the pants?
Well, I actually don't know that a lot of girls wear the thong anymore. I mean, some do.
What if the whale tail goes over the top of the high-waisted?
I don't know that that's a thing anymore.
It's hitting the shoulder blades.
A lot of girls wear like the boy cut underwear now, though.
You
That's
know,
like a
the
thing.
first time I heard that whale tail line was the other day watching.
A dude with a whale tail?
No, it was. I've been watching Parks and Rec. That's the first time I'd ever heard that.
Really?
Yeah.
But my point is, I've seen a lot of girls recently who are probably 160 pounds to 170 pounds wearing clothes that are a little higher waisted. And I'm like, man, that looks good. You look good. That's a good look on you.
If a person wears clothing that fits, typically that person looks okay.
But
Yeah, me too.
But back in the 2000s, clothes that fit.
Well, no, unless I'm going to like butcher her and it's like I'm going to get a lot of meat off that one.
But back in the 2000s, clothes that fit weren't being made.
No, you're right. I remember going.
It wasn't
through
a
that
fucking
era
thing.
because it was kind of one of those things where
There
we'd
was
be like, "Oh man."
There was one style of pants that was being made during that time period, and no girl looked good in
Because
them.
they were going for the Kate Moss demo.
Yeah, they wanted Kate Moss, Paris Hilton, Nicole Richie. Like you had to be a girl with no hips.
I always hated the really tight pants. So when I grew up, it was a chick wore a tight ass pair of jeans, but the legs were always baggy. And then it went to everything was tight. And like if you put a string around your leg, you'd see it through your pants.
Like, how did they even put those pants on?
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
my
exactly.
question.
You had to peel them off like a banana. You couldn't pull them off. And
I always used a knife.
yeah.
These are one and dones, baby.
That was my point.
No, this shit's happening.
I think it looked
it's
better.
happening now.
The 90s had better looking clothes than the 2000s did, for sure.
I grew up in the 90s.
And they had way better looking clothes. The girls did. Than the 2000s, which was the worst time for clothing for women.
Yeah, because like you said, Paris Hilton, Nicole Richie.
Yeah, if you were into a girl that had like no hips and like a really flat stomach, like I guess that was your thing. I don't want to shame a bunch of skinny girls either, though. Too. I mean, like I like skinny girls
he
too.
can shame skinny girls. I will take all the skinny girls to the left. To the left.
I'm not shaming any of them. I've dated plenty of very skinny girls, but I'm just saying, like I prefer a little ass, little hips.
Something to hold on to.
Just looks better to me. And back in 2001, those girls could not find clothes. And if they did, they got called Muffin top.
Did Goodwill not exist?
Well, it wasn't cool to shop at Goodwill into the 2000s.
Okay.
Now they go to Goodwill. It's actually very nice for kids now because now it's cool to go thrifting. Mm-hmm. I remember the first girl I dated who liked going thrifting. She was like, "Yeah, let's go to Goodwill. I want to find some clothes." And I was like, "I am not doing that."
I don't want hepatitis.
Well, I mean, I grew
cooties. I was just worried about cooties.
I grew up poor, so
it was a lifestyle.
I had to shop at Goodwill. So going there was not a fucking fun time for me. I'm like, hey, we should go to the food bank too while we're at it.
Hey, they have the best cheese.
Yeah. Let's go to CAP and see if they'll help me pay my electricity bill. Like fucking, that doesn't sound fun.
That's a good first date.
Now I do like going to Goodwill now. I found some pretty cool stuff at like thrift stores, but you know, I hated it for a long time. Like, ooh, this sounds like fun. the 2000s was the ugliest time for clothes. Girls would wear jeans that were too long, and then they were flip-flops, and the jeans would go like underneath the heel of their foot, and the bottom of their feet would just be soaked or awful from the weather. Like, roll up your pants, hem them. Disgusting. Hate it. Not my favorite. Somehow they're pulling it off differently than like mom jeans, though.
I think it's the cut.
It does
the
look
cut's
different, yeah. It does look different than mom jeans now. You guys don't see enough young people that are wearing it. That's the problem.
No, we don't.
Well, I see it. I see it every day.
I don't even know what young people are wearing today.
Well, I do. I'm telling you.
I know.
I see young people literally every day.
I see really young people every day.
What are they wearing?
My daughter wears. Sometimes I tell her to go change.
That's not high-waisted enough.
She's 7.
Oh, fuck.
I mean, that's also saying, I mean, really, there's
No
actually
belly button.
I'm not seeing a lot of jeans anymore at all, actually. A lot of them are wearing, like, I found out how expensive they are. Like, Nike, like, running pants. Like, tights.
Oh, the yoga pants.
Yeah, except for they're not yoga pants
Aren't
anymore.
those
They're
like
just, like, tights.
$110
Oh,
a
so
pair?
fucking expensive. Yeah.
I hope
Oh,
they
yeah.
last a long time.
Well,
I
I
doubt it.
bought one pair of like Nike like pants years ago. I still have them. They work great, but man, that's the one time I bought them because it's like, fuck, they're expensive. And I got them from an outlet store.
Did you
even.
feel more feminine when you bought them?
No, they're not. No,
Did they hug your balls nice and tight?
Did they keep you
They're
warm?
not tight pants, man. They're like,
Did you talk?
Are they the
in a higher
swishy
voice?
pants? Swishy, swishy, swish.
no, they're nice. They got a soft feel to them.
I wear tights underneath my...
They're like gym pants.
My gym shorts.
basically.
Did you put your panties on before you put them on?
I dress like Ben Affleck in Good Will Hunting.
You know, I think
How about them apples?
my favorite thing... My favorite thing is when I meet people, like women who are like toxic masculinity, and I'm like, ugh, shut the fuck up. But then I have conversations like this where it's like a couple of Marys in their 40s who are like, did it make you feel feminine? And I'm like, you know what? Maybe toxic masculinity is a thing. Maybe they're right.
I put a tampon in at
Maybe
least
they're
once a
right.
day.
Yeah, literally. Cool. It's like hanging out with my dad. Except for I'm glad he's dead. Seriously, I hear like girls say like stuff like that. Toxic masculinity. I'm like, oh, shut up, you
I
fucking...
put my panties on one leg
I'm
at
like,
a time,
shut
just
up.
like everybody.
And then I hear conversations like this from like 40-year-old Marys. And then I'm like, oh, there it is.
I always wondered how my last show was going to go.
Fucking good riddance. Fuck off.
See you, buddy.
I'm fucking kidding.
Peace out, all.
God.
All right. Well, you should probably get out of here.
Yeah. Jesus Christ. This fucking show.